Yo, so what y'all YouTube, man? How my brothers and sisters doing today? I know this is a little bit different. It's my first time doing a film review. Actually been wanting to do a movie review for a minute now. Believe it or not, I've been trying to pump one of these out. I like movies, I like films. You feel me? I mean, it's kind of, who don't? You know what I'm saying? If you're in that 1% who don't, I apologize. But yeah, I like movies. I've been wanting to get on a movie review for a while now. So, I said, hey, man, it's a good opportunity now. Back on my YouTube grind and whatnot, TikTok grind. So, yeah, man, I watched a pretty good movie a couple days ago and just thought I'd get my thoughts on it. Movie today, from the title you can see, The Iron Claw. You feel me? Straight up. Going in, I've seen a little bit of hype around it. Seen a couple other YouTubers do a movie review on it. And so, I kind of already had a feeling what to expect. Wasn't really familiar with the whole story of, the movie. And I know a lot of WWE fans, and they weren't really too familiar with the Von Erich family, which is, the family this movie's about. But yeah, and a lot of people, because it was early kind of wrestling days before wrestling really blew up, and when the WWF and all that shit took over, and now wrestling's just like this crazy worldwide phenom thing. I'm not really a big wrestling head. I was into it when I was like 10. You feel what I'm saying? But other than that, I'm not too really up to date on it. I know a couple cats, but you know what I'm saying? Not really too in tune with the WWE community. Don't come from my head, boys. You feel me? I was a Rey Mysterio cat, 619, quit playing. But anyways, let me get back on topic because I don't want this to go on too long. So, brief rundown of the movie. It's about this family, the Von Erich family. It's 4 brothers, I believe. Well, wait, 1, 2. They have 4 brothers, and they have a dad who was a former wrestler and had this big dream. He wanted to be the world heavyweight champion. A champion of the world. That was like his lifelong goal, and he was never able to really achieve that. And he kind of put that expectation onto his sons. And the weight of that goal kind of dragged. You could see it early when they were kids. They showed their dad, and it kind of dragged him down and weighed him down. And you could tell he kept coming up short. And there's just one thing he wanted more than anything in life, and it was being the heavyweight world champion. So, anyways, the dad wasn't able to get the shit done, and he kind of put that on his sons. So he's kind of like one of those dads who really is hard on his sons. He really expects this. He kind of wants to live through his sons and live his dream through his sons. And he kind of puts all these expectations on them. And all the brothers, the Von Erich brothers, Zac Efron's playing the main one, Kevin Von Erich. He's starring in it. Jeremy Allen White's in it too. They did a great ass job. Oscar-worthy performances, man. But yeah, man, so he puts the weight on them, and as well as all his sons. He wants any one of his sons. He doesn't care who gets it done. He says earlier in the film, so and so is my favorite, but you know what? The rankings can always change. You're first, you're second, you're third, you're fourth, but you know what? The rankings can always change, and we assume whoever brings home that heavyweight world champion is probably gonna be in first for probably quite a while. It's gonna be hard to top that. But anyways, so and the sons, they really want to press their dad. They love their dad, and the biggest theme in this movie is it's family, man. It's a strong family message, man. So it can hit home for us, especially for a lot of people who are family oriented, big on family. Even if you're not a big wrestling fan, right? You're not a big wrestling fan, like me, I'm not really too into it anymore. It's a really good movie, man. It shows the kind of behind the scenes of what really goes into wrestling. You watch wrestling, man, ain't that shit fake? That's just a whole bunch of fake ass shit. You feel me? Niggas wearing drawers and fucking knee-high boots and shit, jumping off ropes. Like, this shit's fucking phony baloney. But it's a real sport, man. It's a lot of athleticism, a lot of danger. It's still risk taking when you jumping off ropes and doing backflips and shit. Shit ain't safe, man. You jumping, having 300-pound guys jump on you and shit. It's set up, it's staged, but the shit they doing is pretty real. So yeah, and they go behind the scenes of how to do it and how to get promos and shit. There's a whole bunch of funny shit how they dive into that. But overall, man, it's really goes into about themes of like brotherhood, family, trying to not let your family down, trying to take the mantle, not trying to you don't want to be that disappointment, this weight of this goal of trying to become the world heavyweight champion as they're trying to achieve for their dad, and he's driving it home. He's driving in their head. You guys got to do it. You guys can do it. You know, that what you see it dragging them down throughout the whole movie, and they want it so bad, and they don't really know why they want it. They just know they have to get it. You know, and you know, you just see it drag them down through the whole movie, and you know, the movie is not to go on any spoilers or anything like that, but it's true. And if you know it, I mean, it's all based on a true story. And when you're watching this movie, man, it really hits you when you're looking at this shit. And you're like, man, this shit really fucking happened. Like, a lot of this shit really fucking happened, man. Like, this shit is real life, man. Like, a lot of this shit. I mean, this is basically you know, it's a biopic. You know, a lot of this shit really happened. You know, so yeah, it's real tragic, man. It's just crazy to think, like, man, these guys really went through this shit. This family really went through this, man. We really think about it and put it into perspective. Like, this isn't just a movie. You know, this is real life, man, and it does hit home, man. And it's really due to some strong performances, man. A lot of these guys were really good, gave some really good performances. Zac Efron, man, he did his fucking thing, man. I gotta say, this is probably one of his best roles. Has to be the best role. This is like, man, like, you know, when he did his thing, man, playing Kevin Von Erich, man. Jeremy Allen White was awesome. The dad, excuse me, I can't remember the actor's name who played the dad, but man, he did a great job. Everybody did good, man. It was really well acted, really good story, really good movie. You know, just around 2 hours, and it was just a really good movie, man. Really tragic, sad, gut wrenching. You know, if you're not good with movies like that, then man, I don't know, man. Prepare yourself, man. Have a box of tissues ready, cause man, it hits home, man. It's one of those, man. It's one of those just movies that will break you, man. It'll break you down. You know, and you know, and I got a little bit emotional in some parts, but you know, it just was a really solid movie, man. You know, I want to keep this review quick and simple. I'm gonna give that movie a 8.4. 8.4. You know, not perfect. Some parts of the movies, you know, you can tell, like, we make a movie, you want to make a little bit Hollywood-like and things like that. So, you know, everything in this movie may not be accurate. I did a little bit of research after, and I know there was another brother who wasn't included in the movie, which is, you know, kind of hard to see. You know, if you're gonna do a biopic about a family, especially a family that went through so much stuff, family that's now in the Wrestling Hall of Fame, and eliminate a whole brother from this already, you know, renowned group of 4 other brothers here. To completely eliminate one is pretty, it's, you know, just strange, but I get it. You know, when there's millions of dollars put into a movie, you know, there's so many people pulling strings in the background. You got to meet at a certain time, and I get it, man, because if you add another layer of it, things in the movie, you know, could come off as, you know, maybe repetitive or stuff like that, you know. But it's still sad. I feel like they could have, you know, did justice for the entire family, you know, and just give a great, you know, good memoir and a good, you know, commemoration to, you know, the whole entire family. But, you know, I think is after doing research, they did run it by one of the family members. I'm not going to spoil it. And, you know, they gave it the green light, you know. I'm not sure how much say-so they really had, but they gave it the green light. So, you know, at least there's that. But really great movie. I recommend checking it out, man. Even if you're not a wrestling fan, you know, if you just like good movies, great acting, just a, you know, a good movie just to watch. It's really good, man. You know, if you're not good with sad movies, maybe avoid it. Especially if this is a true story, it might, you know, keep you up at night a little bit. But, you know, it's a movie that will stick with you, man. It sticks with you. And, you know, even after the movie's over, man, it just, as the days pass, the hours pass, you know, it comes up in your mind. It's just like, man, like, you know, it's one of those movies that leave an impact on you. And it's a really good movie, man. So like I said, I think I said 8.4 out of 10. If you haven't, check it out. Pretty sure it'll come to streaming soon. But yeah, man, support it, man. Great movie. First movie review. Thank y'all for watching, man. Peace. Stay blessed.